with Radio Tacoma, and I have the pleasure today of talking with Edwin Gilven. Hi, Edwin.
Hello there.
I met Edwin serendipitously when he was at a table with the books he's written, which are pretty amazing. And so I talked him into coming here today to the studio and talking with him. Edwin is an award-winning author who lives in Tacoma. And I am so excited to talk to him about his books. How many books have you written?
I have written and illustrated over 33 books. I just finished my 34th last week.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm waiting. I'm excited so I can type it and then illustrate it. It's a Constance Ann.
Yeah. Because I also saw some of your, I don't know if they're cartoons. Wouldn't really call them cartoons, but they're a graphic thing, which you have named Blue Bow.
Blue Bow.
Blue Bow.
I never had no desire to be a cartoonist, but I work with kids, and the little girl named Diane Blue Bow, she made me a little toy. This was when I was working with Jason Lee. And I said, Diane, you did this? She said, yes, I did this for you. I said, well, I'm going to create your own comic. And I named it after her. And her last name is Blueba. And I had to keep drawing them and drawing them and drawing them because of her. And then years down the road, I'm pretty spiritual, so I really got to say this because I never wanted to be a cartoonist. I wanted to write children's books. The Lord said, I want you to start drawing Blue Bow again. I said, no. He's too hard. Well, I lost the argument. And I won't tell you when I lost the argument. And Blue Bow is really well known. It's a comic strip that it gives encouragement. I say it's a comic strip, but it's not funny. It's funny in the how things are. It encourages.
Yes. Yeah. But there's one that you'd given to me, and I'd like to read it.
Yes.
And the cartoons are kind of interesting, but it's the words. You are a writer. And it says, it is hard to smile when yours has been fractured. Broken smiles aren't that easily repaired, nor are they easily replaceable. You think hiding it would help? But they always have a way of growing their way back onto a face. Just give it time.
That's Blue Bow.
That's Blue Bow. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I have over about 400 of them, and I have 6 books of them too.
Wow.
And the books, I forgot to bring you a Blue Bow book, but I did bring you a book though.
Yeah. There's one I see on here, Blue Bow. Another reason to smile.
Yes. It's really, it's amazing. It's because the Blue Bow is where I think of a thought. Okay, let's say if I think of the word good, and then I think about, everyone think of the word good. So I would do a Blue Bow, it's just a one-pager about the word good. And I just read it the other day. That's why it is on my mind. Because once you write something, then you go, and I saw it. I said, well, what did I say on this page? So it said good. And then I said, and then I defined it. And then I said, now, when did you first learn how about good? Did you find it on the table? Was it taught to you? Just when did you find good? And the fact that you found it, why did you decide to keep it in you? there must have been some good traits about good. So I'm just want to congratulate you for knowing about good and to keep and continuing carrying it around. And then we have a little picture of Blue Bar doing something on the side, and that's Blue Bar.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
That's how he talks. I remember on about the 30th one, I said, you know what, he's too happy. No one is always happy. So I made him wrong. And it shows he is on the ledge of the lake. And there's an alligator in the lake. And Blue Bar is yelling at him, and his fist is balled up. And he jumps in to confront this alligator. And the caption goes like this. It says, negative confrontation with the beast are never easy. Is there a solution? Sure there is. Just walk away. And you see the alligator walking away, and you see Blue Bar yelling at him. And that's when my comic strip got easier, because I made him not always right.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, you've been the finalist in some, like one of 25 for an international award. Do I have that right?
Yes, I was kind of shocked myself. It's called an International Impact Author Award, and I entered. And to be truthful, I forgot that I entered the contest. And it was about 2 weeks ago. A lady asked me if I write books, and I told her yes I do. And so I had her to Google my name. And when she did, a picture of me appeared that I haven't seen. I said, whoa, what is that picture? And it showed a picture of me that I made finalists for Author of the Year through the International Impact.
Wow.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, that's wonderful. And was there a particular book that was entered?
Yeah, my Constance Ann. I have a series of I have a book that's known as Constance Ann, and she is a genius. And she have two other friends. One name is Mary Margaret, 6.5, and Elliot, and they solve the crime of passion in the kids' world. Meaning, let's say if there's always a kid, and if he's always cut or crying, they would say, "Detective, let's find out what's going on." Oh. And the book that I placed with that too, and I placed with the International Impact was Constance Ann in Avenue Street. Mm-hmm. That was I don't want to tell you of the book, but it's where they was walking and they found a doll. And the doll was just a doll, but halfway through the walking and the hiking, things changed, and our hero had to save the day. But I never give my heroes an easy task. They have to work. Yeah. Because all of us know being good, we have to work at it. We have to work. Yeah. So it's Constance Ann. And I've written 6 of them, 6 books. Mm. And can I tell you how I created this Constance Ann?
Oh, please.
I was in 97, 98, I was going through a very hard time. And my graphic design teacher from Clover Park Technical College, she helped me. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to write her a tale. So her name is Connie Abernathy. And so I said, I'm going to write her a short tale. So I used Connie, and I had a friend named Ann, so I used Constance Ann. So I wrote the tale, and it was cute, it was nice. And a friend of mine after I finished, he saw it. He said, Edwin, you have a series here. I said, well, I don't use people in my short stories. I use, animals. He said, no, you don't understand. You have a series. I said, well, brother, I may have a series, but I'm there. I'm not doing it. He said, Edwin, please. I said, no, I'm not doing it. Well, he would not leave me alone. He really wouldn't. And then finally I said, you know what? Okay, I'll do the further adventures of Constance Ann. So I did it. And I got hooked. I said, wow. So then I did Constance Ann out west, Constance Ann in Seattle, Constance Ann in Hollywood. And I said, oh, man. And now it really is a darling series, but it's not what you think. It's it gives hope, and yeah, it is fun to do. And so that's how I created Constance Ann. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's so sweet. But there's other ones that I'm seeing. Anthony Million. Am I reading that right?
Anthony Million. Mom, come quick. It's raining cats and dogs sitting on water horses. Mom, come quick. Oh, Anthony, there's no such thing. They are inside of the kitchen. It's raining really hard. And she goes away. He looked back outside, his eyes bright. Mom, they're back. They're back. And that came about. I was at my house, and it was raining so hard. And I was looking outside. I said, oh, my word, it's raining cats and dogs sitting on water horses. I said, oh, man, that's a nice kid. So I wrote about Anthony Million, Earth's newest hero. That's a charming story. It really is. I enjoyed doing that one there.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many. They're so intriguing. Short stories still exist. I mean, that's a title.
Yes. That's that place. That place. This April, through Bookfest, place second place in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So that one there was short tales. I love writing short tales, and when I did the title, I'm thinking, short tales. They do exist still. Even though people are writing books and that's cool. And long tales. But people enjoy short tales, And so I said, yeah, this is going to let people know short tales still exist.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
And they give hope and they give, encouragement. So that was fun doing. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That really was. Yeah.
I mean, you've written a lot of books. Is there one or two maybe that stand out for you as far as like how they came about or how fun they were?
One book that probably I don't talk about enough is Mirabella. She that was probably my sixth book, and it really is a good book. It's about a princess flower, and she needs to get to this cave, and she sees this frog named Mordecai the Amazing. And during that time, I was working for a summer job for the Rangers, for the youth, the Conservation Corps, as a supervisor, and so. While I was there in the forest, in the nature, you come across all type of stuff, and in this book with Mirabella, she trips a frog named Mordecai the Amazing. Never tripped a day in his life, and he was shocked, and he talked to her, and he said, "Whoa, I never tripped," and it was her. He says, "Sir, could you help me? I get to my cave. And if you don't forget, oh, okay, ma'am. But who's talking?" And then she shows herself, and they go on this journey for 3 months. But when I wrote it, the part about this story that I like is he carried her on top of his head as a hat. And so they travel on the adventure with this flower, and she's just talking. And out of that story, in true life, when I was working for the forest, we came across a valley of bees. It was like 100 yards, and you had to walk through. And every flower on the ground had a bee in it. And all you heard was zzz, and you had to make sure you didn't get stung. And it really was kind of nervous walking through all these bees. So I wrote a chapter where it's called The Valley of the Shrinking Bees. And it's where Mirabella and the frog, Mordecai, she want to go down and see the flowers from far away, because from far away they saw this lake and the flowers. She said, please take me there. Mirabella, come on, please. So they hopped closer to the flower. As they got closer, they noticed that lake, that they thought that it was a huge lake, it was a little lake. And the flowers that they thought were tiny flowers, they were huge, about 6 feet tall, and they were nervous because they knew flowers, they had bees, and sure enough, they didn't have to look up because they already knew. Bzzz, giant bees, Mordecai, giant bees. I know. Shh, be quiet, princess. And they quiet. All of a sudden, they are sitting on a lily pad, and it's all quiet. And all of a sudden, the pad began to vibrate. And they didn't have to look up because they already knew what was going to happen. All of a sudden, it attacked Mordecai. But Mordecai's mating was so good, he was gone. And the bee fell into the water, splashing everywhere. And he got up and he called his friend. And hundreds of giant bees started chasing him. And the flowers, she's screaming, "Mordecai, do something, do something." And he dodged them and getting away. And finally, he said, "Princess, do you know any power? Do you have any power? Don't tease me, Mordecai. Don't." Princess, she said, "Okay, Prince, I am Princess Mirabella, and I command all of you flowers to sneeze." And the ground vibrated. All of a sudden, it exploded. Pollen went everywhere, and the bees was bumping into each other, and they got away. And they went into the dead tree, and they were safe. "Well, I'm safe, Mordecai. I'm pretty good." Yes, you were, Mirabella. But the bees were still outside. These big bees. He said, "Mordecai, these bees are out there still." "Yeah, I know. Shh. It's 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It got lower, and the frog says, "Let's get out of here." And they looked back, and Mirabella said, "Mordecai, the bees have shrunk! Run!" I like writing that one there. They did get away. The Valley of the Shrinking Bees. Mirabella.
Oh,
Yeah, but that book is really is a good story.
Yeah,
yeah, it really is.
And you're doing this from memory, but do you do readings of your books?
No, I've always been a bit shy.
Oh.
But if you get me to, then, I remember on my first book outing in Seattle outside, they had all of the authors to do a reading of 20 minutes. So I read Anthony Million, and I told him, I said, "Now listen, I have a speech impediment. We'll be here all day if I have to read it. So I wrote it. So I'll just tell it to you. So it's usually, and then the certain things. But I'm getting more courage. So getting more courage. I'm just relaxed with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this has been really fun, and I don't know if you see the sign over on the wall that's
Yes.
in hieroglyphs, but that's my motto that I bring with me, and it's called, "If it's not fun, you're not doing it right."
No, thank you. That's right. Right on. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, yes. Well, thank you too.
So, on a different topic, how did you come to be in Tacoma?
Oh, my father, we're from Birmingham, Alabama. And my father joined the Army. And we came here at the age of 2. And we traveled back and forth. But when I was about 24, he told me, he said, "Edwin, I'm sorry that we traveled, but I wasn't going to allow my kids to learn how to hate." So we lived here, and we traveled before after out of high school. I went to 11 different schools.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was very interesting. I'm pretty sure that's why I am so creative, because
Well,
on
it
these
does
trips.
broaden your mind.
Yeah.
All those different places.
Yes, yes, it does, and it does. It's you are going to get lost, and you're going to meet people that will come up to you, and they will help you, and they will walk away as though it's nothing. So you learn how being kind is really nothing. Just be kind.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel. I believe. And as we said earlier, it is work. Yeah, yes, it is work. Because some people, they just don't care if you're kind. And they'll say it to you. And I say, well, feel how it feels to be depressed for a minute and throw it away and keep moving on. But you got to feel it, though. If you avoid how you feel, then you're carrying it around. Yeah. But I learned from a friend. He said, once you get tired of it, you will throw it away. So I encourage people to carry it around, and once you get tired of it, you'll throw it away. And you say, oh, yeah, I should have did that. Should have just did that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my father was a great influence on me. He made me learn how to type, everybody, in Germany.
Ooh.
I was in 10th grade. He said, you cannot live in my house unless you learn how to type. I said, but Daddy, we're in Germany. And so he was wise, because I had my speech impediment. But once you talk to your parents, you don't think that you have an impediment. You just, what are you talking about? I can't live it. But so I took typing, and it would, my first quarter I got a D. I said, whoa, I'm in trouble. So I got it. I think I did all right. So I learned how to type, and I know that's why I have so many books. I am a typist. I enjoy to type now. Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
For those of you who don't know, that's the typewriter I used to do to get to the end.
Look at that. Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
So, well, I'm so glad that you learned to type, and you've just been an amazing, prolific writer. So, so where can people find your books?
Oh, you can find me on Amazon, and just go search Edwin Gilven. You can find me on lulu.com. and you search Edwin Gilven or any search engine or any book search engine, but the easiest would be at Amazon. And I have, I forgot about that. I have 6 Audibles. So I'm also on Audible with Constance Ann, read by Sharon Lacey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
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 So is there a local outlet, or are you pursuing like King's Books or something, some local book?
No, I haven't, because I don't think of it. I'm always trying to do positive stuff, and then it dawned on me. Edwin. so this I try to get to it. I try to do a lot of good.
Yeah.
And it keeps me busy that I forget. Because just when I do a book, it says, "Oh, that's cool. Right on, da-da. Then I just go on, and then since I'm by me placing in these awards, I said, well, maybe you are a little bit good now. So why don't you go to these, try to see if you can get them in places. You know, some artists, we don't think of that because we don't think we're all that. We know that we're good, but not that good.
Well, you do have some book signings coming up, don't you?
Oh, I sure do. I have one in December. I will have one. So I know I think it's the 13th and the 14th, Friday and a Saturday. And that's across from Foss High School, where I met you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to do my the Christmas one there.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so I'll have my Christmas books. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I was born Christmas Eve. I thought I'd throw that out there. So I do I feel I do the best Christmas stories. I really do. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we wrap this up?
Yeah. Yes, I will share. I want to get we're talking about this. My passion is positive human support. And what keeps me going on is what I tell myself. And I would like to share this with you. This would keep me humble. I don't care what I do. Edwin, there's no excuse to be unkind. But Edwin, there's no excuse to be unkind. I'm having a bad day. Edwin, there's no excuse to be unkind. Okay, yeah, all right. And it slows me down. It just keeps me the grounding. Mm-hmm. And my famous newest line, just be a good person. Oh.
That boils it down, yeah, and it's a good boil.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Well, I've been talking with Edwin Gilven, who is the author of a multitude of wonderful books. And he will be having some book signings coming up, and the one in December is at the Fred Meyer on 19th across from the Foss High School.
That is in December.
December. Yeah. Edwin Gilven is a finalist for the Author of the Year 2025 from the International Impact Book Award. Thank you so much, Edwin.
Well, thank you too very much. I enjoyed this.